Hello, everybody.
Hello.
What is up? Okay, so I'm getting the StreamYard login for my phone. It's very annoying that every time I go on StreamYards on my phone, I have to go all the way to my email just to get the code to log in.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
So let me get 1 second.
okay. Well, I'm just here because I happened to look on Kenzie's post, what she was going to be doing today, talking about Amadeus, and it is one of my all-time favorite movies. So I texted her and said, "Oh my gosh, you're talking about Amadeus," and she said, "You want to join me?" I was like, "Yay!" I love this movie. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but man, hey Billy. Hi, Russ, Lisa, Michelle. Oh, you know what, Lisa? I didn't know either. It was last minute. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to come on and talk with Kenzie about Amadeus because it's one of my favorites, and I made my kids watch it. I told Kenzie I've probably seen it 15 times. I had to actually buy the DVD, and I had to make Jeff watch it. He wasn't as impressed as me, but I just loved it. I loved the music. I loved the storyline. And it was so sad at the end. I could not believe. Am I allowed to talk about it, Kenzie, or are we trying to say? Because I could not believe they put his body in that mass grave. Like, he was such a brilliant genius, and he ended up in a bag, and they just dumped him with everybody else, and they like threw that dust on him. I was like devastated. I was just, yes, it was so good. So but yeah, I had plans tonight. We're heading to Magic Kingdom, and we literally are not leaving till the stream's over because I needed to talk about this movie with Kenzie. Magic Kingdom will be there. So yes, the soundtrack, it's just amazing. So how about that opera sing? Well, I don't want to get into all that, but yes, go ahead, Kenzie. This is your show. I'm not going to yap about it.
Oh,
I'll
you're
let you.
fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Are you getting an echo?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so you can see my journal here in all of its glory. Let me pull the blinds down so you're not getting so much of a glare.
Okay.
All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Lisa was first. Russ is in Magic Kingdom. Mom, Michelle. Mike 88, welcome. All right. So, yeah. Oh, yes, I do have to show something. So, I was told to go check out my P.O. box, and I got a package from It's Joey's World.
Aww.
They sent me a card, they sent Mom a birthday card, and they also sent me this.
I should put on the light, huh?
Kind of need to study. Kind of want to take a nap.
That's for your door, so somebody doesn't bother you?
No, I think I'm gonna put it on my nightstand. I think that's
nice. I like it.
So, yes, I love it so much. It is so cute. I thought it was, I looked at that. I was like, Lisa knows me well. Lisa knows me.
It will always be on the knapsack.
Well. So, one second. I'm gonna try doing something.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it's gonna do it. All right. So, it will always be on the nap side. Yeah. No, it is super cute. I love it so much. Thank you, Lisa. So, I watched Amadeus, and I had never watched it before. I know it came out in 84. I feel like I should have watched it before now, but I did not, sadly. And I loved it, of course. I mean, me being such a music nerd, I'm surprised I haven't watched it until now. But I'm glad that I did, and I will explain why I did in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I'm trying to figure out what washi tapes I'm gonna use for this.
Okay.
Be good.
Ooh, what's that one? It looks like musical, like that one.
This
Yeah.
is like writing. It's like
Yes.
old writing I'm gonna use.
I like that.
So I think this is what I'm gonna do for my washi tapes. I think that'll be
Nice.
good. I just got new washi tape and for Halloween.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
I do my planner. I do like decorations in my planner, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't have any orange, so I ordered some orange washi tape. And I
Uh-huh.
had no like spooky themed washi tape, so I went and I got the spider webs.
Okay. I like it.
I had to watch Amadeus because of a history class I have, and it's the only class that I'm in right now that is not music related. So I had to
Okay.
find music related.
Oh. So wait a
So-
minute. The class, it's for your class that's a history class.
Yes.
But yet it was that movie that has to do with music.
Yes. So the whole idea
okay.
was that we were required to watch a movie that had to do with history.
Oh, I see. Got it.
And we had to.
So you got to pick the movie. They didn't tell you
Yeah.
what movie to watch. Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
And we had to write our own movie review, and then we had to talk about other movie reviews, and then we had to also talk about how historically accurate the movie is.
Got it. Okay.
And for me, that was pretty easy because I wrote an essay in spring this year that had to do with Mozart. So pretty well versed in the world of Mozart. I know his life pretty well. And I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, but Amadeus is not very accurate.
Okay.
At all. There are a few things that are accurate about it. There are like aspects of it, but the overall plot of Sarielli not liking Mozart, that's not true. That never happened.
Okay. So they made him seem like he was so jealous, and he was just so like blown away by his The
idea is that later on in his life, Sarielli, when he was a lot older, did attempt to take his own life, and at the time when he was in an insane asylum, he, in a dazed state, claimed that he had killed Mozart.
Right.
Later on, when he was sober, or not sober, but lucid, when he was not, in a dazed state, he took back those comments, but people kind of like stuck to it. They were like, "Ooh, that's drama." So it was actually a play that was written. The movie Amadeus was initially a stage play, and it was turned into a screenplay by the same person who wrote the stage play. And obviously it's an amazing movie. It's beautiful. The music is accurate. I will say that.
That's good.
Accurate. It is Mozart's music.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what's up? Sandy, hello. Russ is getting on Small World. Nice. So sorry about that. I'm just thinking. I need to get a pencil. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Write down all your thoughts. Yeah. There's definitely a lot going on in that movie. And it happened so long ago, I guess. It's hard to really know, like Kenzie said, a lot of it's not accurate, but I guess to make it enjoyable for people to watch, maybe they change some things around a little bit. So
there's no evidence that Sarielli ever made a vow of chastity because he has a child.
Okay.
On in his life. There's no evidence whatsoever about this. I know that there is a subplot that is only seen for a few scenes about Sarielli's feelings for the opera singer.
Yes, I picked up on that. He was so jealous. Yeah.
About how, the opera singer had, slept with Mozart. that also did not happen in reality. Sarielli probably did sleep with the opera singer.
Okay. Okay.
In
Okay.
reality. So these are the pictures that I printed.
Okay.
I had to include
Oh,
Jeffrey Jones.
yes.
I
Yes.
will say this is the first time I've seen Jeffrey Jones in something serious.
Really? Oh, that's right. He was from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Oh
Yep,
my
and
gosh.
I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Me too. I never even put the two together. Isn't that crazy?
So that's his deathbed scene.
Wow.
So I'll tell you a little bit about that deathbed scene as well.
Okay.
Also, if you weren't aware, the guy who plays Mozart in this movie, I think his name's Tom Hulse.
Yes.
Is the voice of Quasimodo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
So these are all the pictures I printed.
Nice.
What was that? Did you hear that?
No. I just hear Zach's trumpet upstairs.
It sounded like either someone's car is in a lot of trouble
Distress?
or there were gunshots, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, geez.
I just heard a bum, 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 bum.
Oh, my.
So, normally I try and like write out the name of it in the accurate font. That's what I did with like land.
Yes.
And what's one that looks more accurate? Oh.
Yes. The Shining.
So the thing about Amadeus, okay, so Mozart's death, I know we're gonna like flip-flop back and forth between a lot of different scenes in the movie talking about it, but that's fine. I'm assuming everybody's seen it.
Yep.
If not, I'm literally spoiling a history thing. So it's not like I'm spoiling your favorite movie. I'm spoiling history for you.
Exactly.
So Mozart himself, when he died, his death was very similar to the movie. It is a fact that in Matt says I haven't watched Amadeus yet, but I'll be watching it with Ken's at some point. Yes, he is going to watch it with me at some point.
Yeah.
So Mozart, no one knows why he died. No one knows the cause of death. It's never been confirmed at all.
Okay.
It is true that no one, like, they found a skull that they think might be him, but that's not confirmed.
Okay.
So it's no one really, like, there's no body to exhume. There's just a lot of craziness. So
I assumed he got like pneumonia or something. Like he must have picked up like a virus and he was so tired and so worn out.
There's a lot of theories. The movie kind of paints it as his alcoholism, which in history was not. He was not an alcoholic. That is also not something that happened in history. I will say his wife Constanza, that is an accurate depiction. Him and his wife were very much in love, and we were watching it and Mom was like, does she really love him? And I was like, he's a very poor man.
Yeah.
She's got to love him. Like, I would think probably differently if he were rich, but it's true that in real life, Mozart died a very poor and broke man.
Sure.
Most of those musicians did.
Right. Yeah.
Should I say composers did?
Right. Yeah, because it's brilliant. I mean, did he get paid much? I mean, I know he did those well, he started out doing his operas, and I don't know if this is true, but in the movie, he was in the big venues, and then he got like bumped down to like just, smaller venues with more, with people that weren't as upscale or whatever. I don't know how you describe it, but.
So in history, he did, in fact, his operas were not well received. And then you see in the movie that there's a whole plot line about the Italians trying
Yes.
to that is true in history. There's evidence that the Italians were very much against Mozart because Mozart is not Italian, he's Austrian.
Right. And they wanted the operas, they wanted them to sing them in Italian, and he didn't
Yes.
want to. He didn't want to write them in Italian.
He
So
wanted them to be in German. And that is
Mhm.
something that, was a thing. People were not fan of German operas. And I wrote the essay that I wrote. I feel like I'm like talking in tongues right now. Like I'm like saying so much stuff. There's no evidence as to what he died from. There's a lot of theories. The essay that I wrote in spring was it was an essay that had to do with the mental and physical health of composers and musicians in that period of time and how the world of music affected them. And there are some people who think that Mozart just worked himself to death. And that very much could be what happened.
Pam.
We don't know. Hi, Pam.
Yeah, he was like, I noticed in the movie he was like coughing. So like at first I thought it was alcohol related, but then it's almost like he probably picked up something. And then he was working himself, like you said, so much that he wasn't getting enough sleep, and he just wasn't able to fight it. Because I mean, they didn't have access to all the things we have access to today.
Germ theory was not a thing. People didn't know what caused disease back then. This is also something I'm learning in my history class about.
Okay.
Germ theory wasn't a thing for a very long time.
Right.
People thought that it was something in the air. They thought you could inhale all of these things. They had no idea that hand washing was beneficial.
Right. Okay.
Doctors who were going from operating room to operating room, not washing their hands.
Wow.
Why people were getting even more sick. They couldn't figure it out. And the guy who actually discovered hand washing was put into an insane asylum because everyone thought he was crazy.
That's crazy.
And then he died as a result of someone not washing their hands.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that crazy?
So, it is very crazy.
Wow.
So, regarding Mozart's death, like I said, we have no idea what killed Mozart, but it is true that he died before he could finish Requiem from the piece that he was writing at the end of the movie Requiem. It is depicted as if it's Sarielli who commissioned this work from Mozart. Also not true. The man who it is true that a man came to Mozart's door in this very dark clothing, very mysterious, and said, basically, I will give you any amount of money to write this piece. So, in reality, this was a count who his wife had died, and he wanted Mozart to write this piece so he could take credit for writing it.
So that wasn't Salieri that did it, right? Because they made it seem that he wanted to do it, right?
It was not Salieri in history.
Wow.
Another thing that was kind of made up just for, and I can understand why they did that. History is not the most entertaining thing ever, so you have to make changes to make it more entertaining. I understand that.
Right. Interesting.
But
so, can I tell you one of my favorite parts? Yep. Like in the one scene where he's talking to, so I guess it's in the beginning where he's talking to they were interviewing him, and he said, have you ever heard this? And he hums a little piece, and he says, oh, I've never heard it. And then he hums another little piece, never heard it. And then he sings the ba 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 ba. Oh, I know that ba 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 ba. So, and he's like, that wasn't me. That was Mozart. Yeah. No, and it makes hilarious. It seem, that he was just like, that's why he did what he did. Tried to kill himself or whatever. But
yep. So, like I said, it is Megan. Welcome in. So, like I said, it is true that he died. He died while writing Requiem. Salieri was not there when Mozart died. It was actually Constanza's sister, Sophia. who was there
Oh,
when he died, and one of his students. And in the movie, it depicts Salieri as, doing
yes.
dictation and writing down everything that Mozart sings. And this is something that did happen. Mozart did tell this student, not Salieri, how to finish the piece, and then he died
Wow.
while writing this piece.
Yeah.
So that
Ba
is
ba ba ba. Molly Dicties. I could still hear him like telling him what to write. And
yep. So that is true. That is something that did happen. He died writing Requiem, and the student finished it for him, but it was not Salieri.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of what else was.
Yeah, he's telling him, you're going too fast. Like he's trying to tell him what to write, and Salieri's trying to write it. And he said it was just coming out of his brain so fast he couldn't even write it down.
That is something that is really, impressive about Mozart, was that he had perfect pitch, which I do not have. My friend Charlie does. I do not. Also, I told my college friends about my YouTube, so any of them could be watching this.
So, perfect pitch, is that something you can learn, though? Isn't it something that you can? No, so you either have it or you don't.
Like, I don't know. I think there was like something about how when you're younger, if you study it, it's easier to learn. But at the point that where I am in life, I could not learn perfect pitch.
Got it. Okay.
My friend Charlie does have it, and it is frustrating.
Wow.
But that Mozart had perfect pitch. He could hear a note and know what it was.
Right.
I can't.
Really? Yeah, Zach can do that too. It's kind of funny because he knows, like he's like, oh, that's an E, and then he'll just play it on his trumpet, like when he hears it. Yeah.
Yep. Either you have it or you don't. And
okay.
That's how music works. And maybe my kids will have perfect pitch. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, like you said, bring them up,
like,
listening to music.
Study it, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Hi, Tina. So, another thing about the movie, in the beginning, Salieri says that, Matt. Oh, I know there was a whole thing about how Matt changed his name. It doesn't say Kenzie Daisy's boyfriend anymore. Just says Matt Stiles. That's because he realized that all of his emails were sending with Kenzie Daisy's boyfriend at the end of it. So he's going to make a new email. He just hasn't yet. So he's using the old one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't want anyone thinking there's issues. Well, everyone thought that someone had created a fake account.
Yes.
For him, but no fake account, no issues. It's just
that's funny you said that, because I had to send an email to the school from my Gmail that's attached to my YouTube, and it said Angela DOD, and they didn't know what that meant at the school. So I was like, oops. Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to get a new email. That just means he has to resubscribe to everyone. So
that's right.
Gain a subscriber.
That's funny.
But yeah, so this movie was amazing. And it was very much musically it was very accurate. I mean, it took a long time for them to get into the theory of it. There's the whole thing about this is an E, this is a G, this happens tenor, that kind of stuff. They didn't get to that until Mozart's death scene, but all of that was very accurate.
Yeah.
To music and to theory.
Right. I like that one part too, where Salieri had started that opera, right? So he said I wanted to play it for. I'm trying to remember. Did he play it for the king? And he liked it, and then he was kind of like, or the emperor. I think I'd like it better if it did this. It doesn't sounds kind of silly. Let's add this to it. And Salieri's just standing there like, oh, he's
all
like
mad, yeah.
Yeah, he was making all those changes to what he had written. He was kind of, saying it sounded kind of boring.
Salieri's coming from that, I'd be kind of mad if someone took my music and just rewrote it.
Right, exactly.
But
so how about his relationship with his father? Was that historically accurate? Okay.
That is accurate.
Because it's like I think when he was little, did he take him around like he was like a little puppet or something, or
Yes.
like a little?
I was gonna mention this at the beginning of the movie. Salieri says, he wrote his first sonata at age 2. He wrote his first opera at age like 8 or something like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
not true. It's
Mm-hmm.
more likely that he wrote his first sonata at age 4. It was known that Mozart's father would exaggerate how young Mozart was
Oh,
to impress people, but
right,
it
right.
was very accurate. He was a child prodigy. He just wanted him to look like more of a child prodigy. So he would lie about Mozart's age to make him seem even more younger when in reality he wasn't that young.
Okay.
But still, child prodigy. He was still amazing.
Right.
All right, so I wrote out. I'm not gonna line it right now just because that took me forever to write out.
Oh, nice. That looks great. So you did that by hand.
Yeah, I just looked at this and I copied it with my brain.
Wow. That's impressive right there.
So I'm just gonna start doing washi tape and talking and writing and stuff. So,
mm-hmm.
and
So is that going to be 2 pages? It'll be 2 pages or 3?
My movie journal pages are normally for each entry is about 3 pages.
Okay.
So it's going to be this page, and then it's going to be these 2 pages.
Okay. Okay.
Normally it goes a lot of back and forth. Like this one was 2 pages and 1 page.
Okay.
So it skips around a lot.
Yeah.
Also, I accidentally cut my finger with a knife earlier while I was cutting cheese. So
oh, ouch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, she does do amazing work,
Thank
Sandy.
I actually got a comment on a video a while ago asking when I was going to do another movie journal. And I was like, I guess I should probably get back into doing that. I've been so busy. So I'm going to try doing it more consistently, maybe doing one a month or something.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I think that would be nice to do. Matt and I just watched Romeo and Juliet for the first time in a really long time. And I love that movie.
What is that about?
It's Romeo and Juliet retold, but gnomes, like garden gnomes. It's so cute. I love it so much.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It's just amazing, and it's all Elton John music. It's
so
neat.
Good. Oh, that's funny.
Well, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, I've just been so busy with school. It's ridiculous, but I am happy to be in person. I will not take that for granted. I am so thankful I'm in person this year.
That's good.
I don't know how I could do it without being in person.
Nice.
Genuinely, I cannot imagine not being in person this year.
That's great.
So normally I'll put the cover photo and then I'll do some washi tape next to it.
Okay.
The Amadeus poster is very dark and very
it is
and stuff, and I know that is in reference to the father's character in the opera that he writes.
Yeah,
very dark.
I like how he has that face, and it's like one side is a smile and the other side is the frown. So he comes to and he smiles at him, but then he turns around and he's got that mad face, and then it scares him. Yes, it is.
I know that in the movie there's a whole thing about Constanza leaves him briefly and then she comes back right as he dies. That is not accurate, but they did have a brief breakup.
Okay.
And it had to do with Constanza showing another man her calves.
Oh my.
He got very jealous.
Oh wow. But that's interesting.
That's history for you.
Wow, because they made it seem like he was kind of a ladies' man type too. You know what I mean? Well, that's what they made it seem like, right?
Yeah,
between the opera singer
and in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing regarding the accuracy. When I was reading reviews for my paper, a lot of people talked about how obnoxious Tom Hulce made Mozart seem.
With that,
But here's the
laugh
thing.
like that.
That's how Mozart really was. Mozart really like loud. He had this big obnoxious laugh that nobody could stand. That's accurate to history. Like that is actually a thing that people don't realize. Like that
really
actually is a thing.
That's funny.
So everyone's like complaining about how annoying Mozart is. Well, how do you think the people who were alive felt about it? Oh, I'm not. I just said I love the movie.
What?
Yeah, mom thinks I'm ripping apart your favorite movie.
No,
I am not.
She's not. No, but it's interesting
about the accuracy of it. There are a lot of very accurate things about it, and then there are some not accurate things. You know, got to be able to acknowledge both to enjoy it. No, the music video is not a part of it. Mom thought the Amadeus music video was from the movie.
Oh, that Amadeus.
Yeah, she thought that was from the movie.
Me, Amadeus.
Oh, well, Dad doesn't know what he's talking about. But have fun.
That's funny. They came out around the same time, though, right?
It was probably inspired by it, but it's not from the movie. Mom thought it was like from the movie.
Okay.
All right. So I've got some washi tape down, and then I've got that picture there.
Nice. There he is conducting his opera, right?
Yeah. He was very. The whole thing with the marriage of Figaro or something like that.
Right. Yes.
That was true that the emperor did not like that play.
Yeah. He was falling asleep, right? He yawned. Oh, no, he yawned.
Yeah. Well, there was the whole thing about how it was like, oh, the emperor has banned ballet.
Yes, that's right.
There's no evidence of that in history.
And then he just did the ballet without the music, right? Like he just, and he's like, well, they're dancing around and there's no music. It's ridiculous.
There's no evidence in history that the emperor ever said that ballet was banned, but it is true that that one dude ripped out the music from the opera saying that it was banned.
Oh,
that did happen. That guy just didn't want the opera to play.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of really crazy stuff about it. Let me go on IMDb. I gotta write down. Normally, I write down who directed, who wrote it, when it was released, rating, runtime, and genre.
Okay.
Normally, I write those down.
Yeah.
Find that information. Okay.
Yes.
I never watched Amadeus. Do it.
Dawn, you have to watch it. It was really good, especially if you like music. And you know who actually talked me into watching it was an ex-boyfriend of mine from like back in 1987. And he was a musician. He was a bass player. So he played he was a jazz musician. So he played like upright bass, and he also played electric bass. He played bass without frets, like fretless bass.
Yep.
So he really had a great, his name was Randy. But anyway, Randy was the one that talked me into watching that movie because Randy was very musical. Like he went to the School of Music at Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, which is like they have a big music school there. But anyway, Randy was the one that introduced me to that movie. And I'd say, like I said, we watched it together probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 times in the time that I dated him. And yeah, so anyway, he really appreciated it, and that got me to appreciate it too. So
I think it was released
84. Is that what they said?
Trying to find the actual date of it.
Okay. Because I don't think I watched it my first time till like 1987.
I think it was like September 19th or something.
Okay.
September 19th. Yes, September 19th, 1984.
Okay. Kenzie, I'll be right back. I need to step away for a second, okay?
Yep. Connie, hello. Is it on Netflix? No, it is not on Netflix. It is available on Amazon. It is really good. It's that's why I'm doing my movie journal about it. So I wrote down who directed it, who wrote it, and then the release date. I'm also going to write down the runtime, which is nearly 3 hours. And then I'm also going to write down the genre. I believe it's like, yeah, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, but the director's cut is longer. It's rated PG though. So the runtime is 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's a long movie, but it's really good. Pam said she was 10 in 1984. I was not alive. Mom was, I think, 11 in 1984. Garrett, what's up? Yeah, it is a really good movie. I recommend watching it, especially like Ange said, especially if you are a musical fan, like if you like music. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. What did I give Land? I think I gave Land 3 stars. No, I gave it 4 stars. I'm very generous with my star ratings. I think I'm very generous with it. I don't know if I've ever shown everything that I have in here. I've got. I'll show it when Ange gets here back. I'm gonna continue writing. What else am I gonna write? The genres. That's what I was gonna write. Everyone's chit-chatting with each other. Yeah, so I had to watch it for my history class, but I'm not mad about it. I loved it. So it's listed as biography, drama, and history, which makes sense. And then down here, I think I'm going to write who starred in it.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
I may have to bug out a little early, so.
That's fine.
I was telling Jeff, so we were supposed to eat dinner at Ohana, but I ended up changing it to the Diamond Horseshoe.
Nice.
And guess what they have at the Diamond Horseshoe on the menu?
What?
So for dinner, if you look at the menu, they have tossed salad, roasted turkey breast, pot roast, mashed potatoes, vegetables, stuffing, mac and cheese, and ooey gooey toffee cake. Ah! So it's basically the Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody's excited about that. So
F. Murray Abraham played Salieri.
Okay.
Tom Hulse. So in a lot of the reviews that I read, people did not like the actress who played Constanza.
Why?
They said she was not good at acting and she was annoying. I thought she was great.
Really? I liked her. I mean, I thought she did. I don't know what she was supposed to do as the. I mean, she didn't have a huge role. She had somewhat of a role, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought she did fine.
Me too. Jeffrey Jones. Just writing down people who starred in it. I think I'm gonna keep it to those guys.
Yeah.
One of
Very
my friends
cool.
from college Snapchatted me on my phone. I'm scared it's like a picture of my stream and I'm be like, what?
So these friends that you're making through college, did you know them before you went in person?
Yes.
Not really.
So I did know them. I'm gonna add a little sticker here. Because I have these little like historical stickers, like with like the little.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna add some of those because those are cute.
Yeah.
I did know them last year. I just didn't know them well. Like, I wasn't, like, close friends with them. I
Right.
knew who they were because I had classes with them, but I had never had any type of deep conversation with them until school started.
Nice. Yeah. What a big difference, right? Being in
Yeah,
person.
like, crazy difference. Alright, I'm gonna do another thing.
Anne said she watched that movie in music appreciation class in high school, like 18 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember when it came out a long time ago from when I remember it. So,
I didn't even know music appreciation classes were a thing.
really?
Yeah. Until a guy I dated took, like, a musical theater appreciation class, and I was like, "Why do you need to take a class to appreciate music?" I'm like, like, I don't understand.
That's funny.
But there's the scene of, Sarielli
Uh-huh.
reading the music that Constanza brings in, but she
Yes.
says that it's all original
So,
copies.
did she bring it because she wanted to try to make some money, or what was it? Or she wanted him to look at it? I
The
can't
whole thing
remember.
was that in order to teach.
Oh, yes. She needed to submit his work.
Yes, and he wouldn't do it because he was kind of egotistical. That was true.
Okay.
Another thing is the way that
Yes.
he talked. That was also accurate. He was very what in history would be called scatological. And that was just that he talked really weirdly. He,
Really?
if you ever want to read some really weird stuff that Mozart wrote, he would write letters to family members, and he would just say the most gross, inappropriate things to them. If you look up Mozart scatology or something like that, uh,
Uh-huh.
you can find it. It is really weird. I don't know
Really?
how to get it. He just talked. He would like say really weird stuff,
Huh. That's interesting.
and like he would like rhyme everything he said, and he would. And the whole thing where the first scene where you see Mozart when he's like talking to Constance, um,
Yeah.
and backwards. He's like,
Yes.
say it. That's a thing he
Louis
did. Like,
Barata. Oh, yeah. He was saying, like, yeah, I love you
yeah,
backwards. Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
saying all of these things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
how he was. He talked really weird.
That's
But
funny.
it's interesting. It's really interesting stuff.
It's
Um,
probably the way he saw things too. Just he
yep.
was just such a genius that he just, yeah, a little on the eccentric side, right?
Oh yeah, he was very eccentric.
Yeah.
So I have that, and I have that with him writing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna put another picture in there, and then I'm gonna put quotes.
Okay.
Or do I do that scene? I'm not sure. I just want to include Jeffrey Jones at some point in it because
That's
he's
so
just
funny.
amazing. Yeah, like I
With
said, I've never seen him in anything other than Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
yeah, that I just put two and two together. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the guy from Ferris Bueller.
And I didn't know that he was in this until I started watching it, and I was like,
That's him.
"That's weird." I thought it was crazy. I think I'm gonna like cut out this picture of because it's like the only picture I have of Constanza.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I have her in there. I know I have Sarielli, I have Mozart, I have Jeffrey Jones. I've got everybody I need. So if I end
Mm-hmm.
up not using all of these pictures, that's okay.
Right.
That's normally what happens. I'll print more pictures than I need, and I'll just pick the ones that I think are the most important.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you real quick because I do need to
Mhm.
sign off. So do you want to try to do family pizza night on Friday?
I think we can do that. Yeah, I think that should work.
Okay. Okay. Hold on one second.
Yep. So I added that cutout of Mozart and Constanza there.
Nice.
You gotta head out?
Well, we're making Abby's not coming with us, so we're making her tortellini noodles. So
Okay.
he just wondered if he could throw them in, but yeah.
She doesn't want a diamond horseshoe?
Well, I think we're gonna end up getting back a little bit late. So
Okay.
yeah, I think it's tough with her getting up so early for school. What's nice about Zach is because he does online, he can basically make up his own schedule.
Yeah.
So it just works out a little bit better. So, but
Oh, I think I'm gonna
yeah.
have enough room to do all the pictures.
Yay.
Good.
Okay. All right, Kenzie. Well, I'm going to jump out.
All
Thank you
right.
for letting me hang out with you for 45 minutes. This was
Of
fun.
course. It
We
was a
haven't
lot
done
of
this.
fun.
Yeah, we haven't done this in a long time. So
We have to I've got to figure out a better schedule for Mondays. So I can like actually stream with people.
right. No, this was great. This was great. I'm glad we got to talk about it because, like I said, when I saw your post, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have to talk to Kenzie about that movie.
I'm glad you came
So
on. I feel like it
yes.
would have been a lot more boring with it just being me. Looking down
No.
into it all. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for coming on. Have a good dinner.
All right, Kenzie, thanks for having me. We'll see everyone in the chat. Bye, Kenz. Thanks
Bye.
again. Bye.
You know the actor was in Ferris. He was also in Who was he in Beetlejuice? Now I have to know. I love Beetlejuice. Oh, he was the dad, wasn't he? And then the mom was the woman from Home Alone, the mom. And she was also in Schitt's Creek. Yeah, he was the dad in Beetlejuice, right? Thank you, Garrett. Yeah, I'm really glad that Andrew's able to come on with me. I feel like it would have been very boring with me just like looking down at a journal. Yes, he was the dad. Okay, that's what I thought. So I've seen him in 2 comedic roles. That's why, I was very surprised to see him playing a serious role in this movie. I was not expecting it, but I am very happy I was just happy with the movie overall. I do think it was a really good movie. I wasn't trying to rip it apart like Mom says I was. I just, I think it's important to talk about historical accuracy about things too. And there are a lot of things that are accurate about the movie, but, the whole premise of Salieri not liking Mozart, that wasn't true. That was not an accurate depiction. Salieri actually went to a lot of Mozart's opera performance. Like when Mozart was conducting his operas, Salieri went to a lot of those performances, and he was always clapping for Mozart, and he was always cheering him on. I haven't watched Beetlejuice in so long. I don't remember much about it. It's a good time of the year to rewatch it. Oh, definitely. I love Beetlejuice. And that's Michael Keaton, right? Who plays Beetlejuice? See, I'm still getting used to like actors and their names. I'm not good at actors and names. I'm just kind of like that guy who was in that movie at that point. So I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Michael Keaton. Movies do that to enhance the films. They change a lot of things. Yeah, they do. And that, like, I'm not saying it's a horrible thing that they did that. I totally understand why they did it. Not everything in history is the most entertaining. So you got to embellish it and you got to make it more interesting. Nothing wrong with that. I just, I think it's important for other people to know it. Christopher Lloyd? No. Christopher Lloyd's been in other stuff, though. What's Christopher Lloyd been in? Other than Back to the Future. He was in something recently that I watched. Yeah, Michael Keaton. And that's weird because I didn't realize that was Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice either. And for a while, I actually, because I had watched the movie. I don't know if anyone's ever watched it. What is it? It's a movie about McDonald's. The creator or something. And it has to do with like the McDonald brothers and the fact that Ray Kroc like stole all of their ideas and claimed he was the founder. That's what it is, the founder. And so I had watched The Founder when I was in high school for my economics class, and then I went and I watched something else. I don't remember what I watched, and I was like, that's Ray Kroc. And now I can't look at Michael Keaton without seeing Ray Kroc. The Founder was good. I enjoyed that movie. You know what? I should just do a stream where I talk about movies. Honestly, I love movies. I'm a huge movie nerd. I love the movies. It's like amazing. Emmy and I go to the movies all the time. Her and I are always like going to. I just saw Christopher Lloyd in something recently. Oh man, Kenzie, now you have me thinking I'll be up all night. I know. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I could do an entire stream just talking about movies. I love movies. I love going to see movies. I just went and saw Candyman. That wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed most of it. I saw that in the drive-in. I like going to the drive-in. That's like my favorite way to watch movies. Now I have to look up Christopher Lloyd movies because I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about it. I need to look up what movies he's been in other than Back to the Future. Oh, yeah. The Addams Family. He was Fester, wasn't he? Wasn't he Fester? Have you seen the original Candyman? Yes, I have. He was Fester in the Addams Family, wasn't he? Someone please tell me I'm right. Please. He was Fester. I'm like 99% sure. I know he's going to be in the Rick and Morty movie. Yeah, I saw that. I used to watch Rick and Morty, and then it got weird, and I didn't really like it anymore. So I stopped watching Rick and Morty. And now they're doing a movie. And I think the kid from It is going to be Morty. What is his name? I don't remember anybody's names. Yes, he was Faster, but I saw him something else. I think he has I was thinking he had really, really aged. Yes, he has really aged. Christopher Lloyd movies 2021. Let's see what comes up. He was in 4 movies this year. He was in The Tender Bar, Senior Moment, Nobody, and Queen Bees. It could be any of those. Garrett. I hope. Yeah, so the kid from It, I think the kid who played Billy, he's playing Morty. Which I understand. He looks a lot like Morty. I don't know if he like sounds like him, but it'll be interesting. Yes, it was Nobody. There you go, Garrett. You're welcome. I helped you. You're welcome. All right, let's look up quotes from Amadeus. Mediocrity's everywhere. I absolve you. No. There are a lot of good lines in this movie. So I might not. He's a versatile actor. He is. So I don't think I'm gonna fill in these parts here because this is like my review and this is the quotes. I don't think I'm gonna fill that in today just because I don't have a lot of time left in the stream, but I will post on Instagram my updated version of it once I finish it. I just know that while I'm writing it, I'm going to be really quiet and that's going to be really boring. If Ange was here, I might do it, but she's going to dinner. Also, go check out Does Our Dream. I know everybody here knows who they are. But just in case you're watching this on replay and, you know, you're new to my channel, you're new to the whole community, go check out Does Our Dream. Jeff and Ange, they are amazing. They are close friends of mine. I'm going to take out this. Oops. Like, accidentally doing everything. Okay. One second. All right. I'm turning my gimbal off. There we go. All right. We are good. So we're back. I feel like my camera's like super blurry. Nobody, good movie, dark humor, kind of violent. One second.